All right, so I wanted to welcome you here to this channel. If you haven't been here, thanks for showing up. And if you do like the content that I've been putting out, please subscribe and like my channel. But I bought this kit off of Amazon. Someone else kind of mentioned it off of a Facebook Challenger group. And I thought I would at least try it to see what kind of results I got, just because I just wanted to know. This kit, I believe it's called Alfa Amato. And so I thought I would go ahead and give this thing a try. Looks pretty simple. When I did get the gauges though, they were not synced correctly. So when I initially got these, they weren't exactly set to 0. So you have to put your hoses, which are in the kit, as you can see down here. And this is what the kit comes with. These are some bleeder valves, which I will put in. They will open up the vacuum pressure. And so yeah, we'll put this together. Put it on the bike. My bike's warmed up right now, and I just want to see kind of like what we get. So, all right. All right, before I put the kit together, carburetor sync kit, I want to kind of show you where these things are at. So I took my cover off just to make it easier for me. But the one is literally right here. Okay, so if you look at it right here, come to your left, go in. Okay, it's going to have a cap on it like this. Okay, and the other one, I took the cap off already. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, I took the cap off the other one. And right there, that nipple is where we're going to hook up to. I'll show it again when I have all the hoses onto it, but this one I already have the hose onto it. All right, so what I'm having to do, just so you're aware, is kind of show you guys. I'm having to take the hose, since my motor is hot I have a shirt in there, but I'm taking the hose and I'm putting a pair of needle nose and trying to opening up to give it so it has some give, at least a little bit. Okay, just like that. And once I get it on there, because I can't do 2 at one time, I'll show you guys. All right, guys, so this kit comes with these pipes. The kit also comes with these gauges. Okay, again, I've already marked mine to 0. It came with 2 hoses. It comes with 2 valves, and these valves are pretty important also. And make sure you install these valves in between the hoses. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys is, again, where these go into. Okay. One of them is literally right there. So I can shine my light. Okay. There you go. There's a better picture of it. Okay. And the other one, which now I know why the probably most shops don't want to do this, because that sucker was a pain in the butt. Okay. And that sucker's right here. Okay, it comes through, comes around. And it literally is right. Try and get a better light in there because it's pretty dark. Pop that baby right there. That pipe, okay, is literally right here. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so I had to open up the hose a few times, like I said, with a pair of needle nose, and then I finally got the needle nose with the hose into that area, and it's a tight squeeze, especially if the engine's warmed up and hot. So, all right, so basically, I've got my hoses. Here's one hose. Okay, comes around, it's tied into this gauge. This hose is right there. Okay, right here. And it's tied to this gauge. Okay, so basically the motor is warmed up. I rode it to the dealership and back, and we'll get cranking. So I have both of the white valves closed. These white valves, okay? And I'll go ahead and crank it up. Okay, so right now I have nothing going on with the gauges. If I open up my valves, okay, the needles are going crazy. Okay, so what I do is I start tightening the valve down just a little bit, and it calms down that needle. Okay, now I'll do the other. And I'll slowly start tightening it. They're about the same. And that looks like a pretty good reading. They're both synced to each other, pretty close. I'm not going to complain about that. And yeah, go from there. I did get a Indian service bulletin, and this is service bulletin communication I-20 1-20-01-A/B, and in the back side of this basically states, read both gauges in relationship to each other, determine the difference in readings. Okay, it shows you a good reading and a split reading, which is a bad reading. It states in here, if the difference in reading between each side is below 1.5 inch Hg, the throttle body is synchronized. Install both purge lines, plugs, and proceed to step 11 to complete I-20-01-A. If the difference in reading between each side is at or above 1.5 inch Hg, the throttle body is not synchronized and must be replaced. But the caveat is you can adjust them. There's an adjustment screw in here, and I will show you where that's at once I take my cover off. It's a lot easier. Alright, so I wanted to show everybody, okay, left side of the bike, you come in, come around, and that screw right there can adjust, is your adjustment screw for your Carburetors sync at idle. Okay? This isn't we're clearing it with the code, going, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. And this is literally just syncing the carburetors to your barometric pressure, one to the other. Okay? When we talk about HG, we're talking about barometric pressure. So my barometric pressure reading on my gauges will probably be different than yours wherever you're located at. So if you're by the sea, or if you're in a mountainous area, or if it's raining, this gauge will change, okay, depending on your current barometric pressure. If it's a splendid day and perfect, it'll be 29.92, and that can change with the weather and go up or down, all depending. So, although mine might be at 10, yours might be at 12. But in this, it states that if the difference between each side is at or above 1.5 inch Hg, your barometric pressure, the throttle body is not synchronized, and that is how you synchronize it. It's through that screw again. Okay, so you can change your synchronization and adjustment, and if you don't get that out of it, then yeah, you probably would want to take it back to the dealership. Okay? Hopefully this me going over this has helped somebody out there, hopefully. Again, this valve is important. If you have it closed, you're going to have to open it to allow the pressure, the vacuum, to go into these gauges. Once the gauges get up to speed, then you can close them down so you can get a more fine-tuned vacuum. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time just for shits and giggles here. So I'm going to close them down again. These are just a little plastic valve. And again, one of them's right there. This hose right here. And the other one is this hose. It's way in there. It's kind of a pain. That's why I know what they don't want to do this for you. Okay. Again, we just turn on the bike. My valves are closed. I have no pressure, nothing at all. I'm going to open them up. I'm going to open up the other one. Okay. Now I'm going to close them down. So it's more fine-tuned. See how the one's still shaking pretty good? Again, I'm going to take the valve, come around, fine, close it up a little bit. And now they're reading basically the same. These carburetors are synced. So, all right. All right, so once you're done, you want to take these hoses off. You can see the nipple there on that one. Okay. And then here, this wild guy, since should come right off there. All right. So you see the nipple on that one. I just literally just pulled that hose off pretty easy. Try to zoom in for you guys. So that nipple there, right there, okay? One thing not to forget are your plugs, okay? So you want to make sure these plugs get put back on. Of course, they're in a really easy spot to put on. Sorry, guys. Trying to do this two-handed. And I'm going to use a pair of needle nose just so I can start it. Just because the engine's hot. Okay, and then once it's started, push that sucker down in there. Okay, and somewhat what you should see. Okay? So when you come up to it, that's what you'll see also. You'll see this plug on there, and that's your vacuum plug. Okay? So I'll go over here. Try to do the same. There she goes. All right, get my hands in there and push that baby on, and it's on. Okay, so there's the other one. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's right here. If you step back from the throttle body, it's directly right there. So for that, that's actually just installing the plugs back. I'll put the covers back on, and yeah, it'll be next step. All right, so I hope this has helped you guys out there who's wondering how to use this and what you should be seeing. And if it didn't, put some remarks down there so I can kind of know maybe what to do next better. If it did help you, or at least it'll give you an idea of what to do, put those remarks down there also, down below. I'm trying to grow this channel, make it a little better each time I do a video. So that's all I can ask of myself, and I hope you enjoyed these videos. We'll see you later.